healers within all our communities.
Is that like the new name for witch doctors?
No. That's what the white men made it.
You do know that the traditional healers can see us talking about them right now. Right now. In their big bowl of water.
The Morning Mix on Informanté Radio. The sound for a new age.
Zaga.
It's Kylo on the beat.
Zaga.
We got the sauce. We got the sauce in the south side. We fly, we slay. Venus don't kill your vibe. Nobody wanna fight. Strawberry lips to me, girls. Got my own Zack in the clutch. The whole castle belongs to us.
Zaga.
Come on, party.
Zaga.
There's only one thing on my mind. Haven't lost my mind in a while. I want to shake it. I want to shake it. There's only one thing on my mind. Haven't lost my mind in a while. I want to shake it. I want to shake it. Me do. Shake it. Me do. Me do. Shake it. Me do. Si senti ah, ne tobin na khuna madu. Si senti ah, oh. We get clean, ira kaza kuba ngomere.
Zaga.
We get clean, ira kaza kuba ngomere.
Zaga.
Mi do, tita dara. Mi do. Isi kene tira wike. Mi do, tita dara. Mi do.
Zaga.
There's only one thing on my mind. Haven't lost my mind in a while. I want to shake it. I want to shake it. There's only one thing on my mind. Haven't lost my mind in a while. I want to shake it. I want to shake it. Me do, tita dara. Me do. It's again, it's in a weekend. Me do, tita dara. Me do. The whole castle belongs to us.
Zaga.
Come on, party.
Zaga.
Kuburokda luka kaima.
Zaga.
Hamidi teresepa.
Zaga.
Me do, tita dara. Me do. It's again, it's in a weekend. Me do, tita dara. Me do.
Good morning and welcome to the Morning Mix. It's Adora featuring Jaliza with that one titled Shake It. It's 8:23 on a Thursday morning. Happy holidays. Morning, Maria.
Happy Ascension Day.
Ascension. What did we do yesterday? Ascension.
Yes.
Going all the way up. Good morning. How's the morning this far?
I'd rather be in bed,
Me too, actually.
to be honest.
No, actually, no.
But we're here, keeping you entertained.
It's quite chilly this morning, by the way. If you haven't
getting
gotten
colder.
out under your blankets yet, you're gonna face some cold weather out there, especially here in the capital. I see some of the comments also, people, basically affirming that it is cold all around Namibia, in the north, in the coast, some people down south as well.
Is it safe to say it's winter?
Yeah, winter's here.
It's winter. Winter's here. Never gets old.
Yeah.
Winter is here.
Winter is definitely here. So, yeah, try and keep warm, okay? And as you can tell also, Tate Neville, apparently he is holiday tripping somewhere. The light is in your face. Yes, Uncle Neville is heading to the coast for the weekend, or for the long weekend. So all you guys in Walfish Bay and Swakopmund and Henties Bay and Arandas, yeah, be on the lookout for an old toppy with a grey beard.
Social distancing. I don't think he can do his usual socializing.
And he has been very paranoid, by the way, about the whole, social distancing. So he becomes so uncomfortable when he's around people. So
But his age.
I
His age group is under risk.
I understand.
Higher
I
risk
understand,
than
yes.
some other age groups.
Yes. By the way, before we get into sort of conversation this morning, I saw there was something that you guys shared in our group yesterday.
Yeah, it was. I don't want to discuss it on air only because I don't want to give it life, because it doesn't seem genuine. It's something that has no name. It has no letterhead.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't seem it
Doesn't like it came from the right source.
Yeah, for me, it just looks like fake news. Somebody sat in front of their computer, typed something controversial. It was basically about pardons.
Yes.
And circulated it. Until I see some letterhead on it, whether it's like
something that
office of the president or state house or name presidency or something official.
Yes, exactly.
But otherwise, at this point, I don't even want to give it life. To be honest, it doesn't seem legit.
That's understandable.
No signature. Nothing.
I was wondering. There's so much that seems just off.
Yes.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem to make sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. I guess we can park that one for another day's discussion. I guess once we have any proof that it is actually real news coming from the office of the president.
Exactly.
And then we can discuss it.
Yeah, I mean, with fake news, it's like you really have to be careful.
And it has been, I guess, on the rise also. There's so much fake news.
Yeah, but I always wonder who is creating this stuff and what time. Like, imagine to sit in front of your computer and go and do research where you start pulling on pardons for other countries. Because that's what it seems like, right? And then try to put a document
together.
Even
quoting constitution articles from the constitution and stuff.
So you're making this. Why do people invest this much energy?
Why? Yes.
Because it's fake news. It's eventually going to get debunked. I guess it's because with fake news, it's like in the minds of the wrong people, it stays correct information.
Yes.
So I guess they bank on that.
But then what are you hoping to achieve? Are you hoping to discredit somebody? Are you hoping to cause disruption?
Yes, obviously. And I think with the fish rod thing going on, that's the attempt to make it seem like he's trying to pardon. Because
I saw that is one of the things that I saw was not part of this document was any sort of financial crime whatsoever.
Yes.
Okay. I can say I'm starting to put one and one together. I remember I was trying to follow the story of Madagascar and their COVID-19 tea or juice or whatever it is that you're calling.
What happened?
No, I was trying, when they announced, I was trying to follow, especially on social media, which is where I spend most of the time anyway, if I'm, trying to get some bits and pieces of information. But then I see so many posts about the president of Madagascar said this, the president of Madagascar did that, and then you go try and do, look for follow-up articles, go look perhaps at the source that is cited there on social media, and then you go see there's nothing of that sort there. So you start wondering, and imagine somebody has the time to actually create a newspaper front page, insert other stories, and put this whatever it is that he wants to spread. That is, it's just too much time to spend for me.
It really, really is. I mean, I haven't really been on social media much. I would say the past few weeks.
Nice, I've noticed.
I've kind of stayed away. But interestingly, I think I went on yesterday morning to just check. And it seems there was some Miss Namibia contestant. I think she's 21, and
from last year.
No, I think the Miss South African contestants for this year.
Oh, Miss South Africa.
Yeah, Miss South Africa contestants.
Yes.
Yeah, not the winner.
Yes.
And it seems they dug up some of her old tweets that were very racist from 2014, 2013, you know?
Yeah.
She said she was 15, 16 at the time.
Yeah.
Or 14, 15, around the 16. Just, you know, Twitter 2014, people were very problematic.
Yeah.
And they dug up all this tweets, which I don't understand why she wouldn't just deactivate and
The
start a new account if you're going to submit. Or maybe she thought, because I think her account was opened she's been tweeting since 2012. But a lot of these tweets that were showcased is like some with racial undertones. Like there's this one picture of like a class, the American yearbooks where they do one picture each. And it seems all the white people have a black backdrop. And then this dark-skinned guy has a white backdrop, and she captions it. The guy was so dark they had to use a white backdrop. And
snap.
Yeah, like it's terrible. But but it started an interesting debate. It was about whether we should be held accountable for opinions
from years ago.
Yes, yeah. Are we not allowed to?
We're allowed to grow, man.
To grow.
Yes.
And I mean, if I'm being honest, I also had problematic views.
Of course.
That I've
when
had,
we were younger,
okay, maybe
we were
not 2014,
much
but
more
like
radical.
Definitely 2012.
Yeah.
But maybe not as radical as some people, because I've always been a bit more progressive.
Yeah.
But there are things that I will read now and be like, did you really
say that?
Yeah, like my skit on Twitter used to make fun of women with cornrows, gold teeth, and who drink beer from the bottle. Yeah, that was my skit.
I remember when, especially the beer from the bottle was like sort of a stigma.
I'm like, you don't want to get in a fight with a woman with drawn-on eyebrows, or you don't want to get in a fight with a woman who opens beer with her teeth, or you don't want to get in a fight with a woman with cornrows. It's all stereotypes. Like now, I mean, yes, it was kiki, haha, funny back then. But now I read it, I'm just like, oh my gosh, did I just am I stereotyping black women?
Yeah,
you know.
But it is an interesting debate because, like you're saying, I mean, we were not always as informed as we are now.
Yeah.
And
some people are still not.
Yeah, some people are still. Some people, actually, for some people, there's no help. Actually,
just completely refused.
Give up. Yeah. And there's no such thing as a saint without a past, like they say, or a sinner without a future. So, I mean, even Nelson Mandela had some skeletons in his closet, I'm sure, from his youth.
Yeah, everybody. I mean, I think the danger of this generation is social media.
Yes.
Like
which
Nelson
records
Mandela,
and keeps everything.
Nelson Mandela's skeletons were not, because there was no social media for it. But a lot of kids fell into that trap. Like this girl was, like I said, 14, 15 at the time. She fell into that trap where you want to be liked, you want to be popular, you want to make crude jokes to get retweets, because there was that addiction to getting retweets, and you always in the
you want traffic on your account. So
the crudest jokes got the most retweets or the most comments on Facebook or whatever it was. So she fell into that trap. So I think for all of us, and all of us can testify that we're not born woke or progressive or politically correct or whatever. I think it's about owning it, and then obviously trying to make amends. But there are certain things that I don't care how much time has passed. like if I see like real racism, I like if you are a racist for me at 40, and I'm not saying she is. But I'm saying, like, if your tweets,
like if you're race baiting, if you're making racist comments,
at 14, 15, I think when you become older, you become more sensitized to it. Like you start, let's say, watching who you say it to, where you say it.
You start filtering it in certain environments,
But nobody's gonna tell me that there's a shift in
your mindset.
You can't suddenly like hate black people to loving them. Like
it's sort of difficult, right? Because I'm thinking 13, 14, you are still largely influenced by the views of your parents. Because for the most part, for most of us, we'd still be living in their houses by then. And
but
you know,
go to social,
maybe you know.
But you're still living in your parents' house at 20. So what has changed?
Like you have a bit more autonomy now. You know, you like the people that you hang out with, your the environments. Maybe she's at varsity. You know.
It's true. It's true. And they
yeah.
do say racism is learned.
Yeah.
It's not.
Of course, nobody is born racist. You're taught to be racist.
Yeah.
But it's difficult. But that is. I remember a conversation I had once. That was probably 2010. No, not 2010. But 2012, maybe 2011, 2012. So I posted a picture of my son, right, my firstborn, on my old Facebook account, and he's lying on the bed. He's still a baby man, like by then he's like maybe barely a year old.
Yeah.
He's lying on the bed, but he's naked. And I just posted the picture.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, cute, this is child pornography.
Yeah.
I'm like, but what do you
It's a
mean?
baby, yeah.
It's like a baby. Who looks at that and sees pornography?
But there are some people that do.
Of course. Now, years later, like I scroll through and I see that picture and I cringe like, ish.
Did I really expose him to that? Yeah.
Because this is going to be up here forever.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
even if I
Even if
take
you
it off,
delete it,
even if I delete
it's already somewhere.
Somebody somewhere, somehow, it still
Yeah.
has access to
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So, you know, that's just maybe some of those decisions, indiscretions from the past, we do not have to, you know, give so much weight to, unless of course she's still making comments of that nature and posting stuff like that.
I mean, if you're gonna go to Miss, I think for me, and I think I've made my feelings very clear on beauty pageantry and my thoughts on it. So, like, you're expected to be perfect, and there is no perfection. And just by the way, with this girl, she withdrew.
She withdrew from the contest because of this backlash.
Because of the backlash.
Oh,
shame. It was for like a whole day. Twitter, social media came for her, and they started finding tweets where she's saying the B word, not to black people, just general, like me and my B were whatever. I'm like, if you're gonna use the B word, what really are we really saying? Like now, South African cannot cuss.
Yeah,
like we're
you
so
cannot. There's no, like, that mouth is too beautiful for a cuss word to come out.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I generally have a problem with when we call out people for their old problematic behavior. We're very unforgiving, and we kind of forget our own problematic sentiments from years ago.
Yes, exactly.
So I don't know. I'm not even defending her, because I think I was on social media for like 15 minutes and I saw this thing because it was trending, and I didn't even give an opinion on it. I kind of just left. But it did get me thinking, like, how much time is enough time to...
Yes, that's a good question.
Yeah, how much time is if I made that comment two years ago, and now I say, but guys, I'm a changed person. Yeah. Do I still...
You still need to be paying for...
Yes, do I still
that?
Exactly. Or like more time is required, or like, what is a comfortable... Or do we look at age? So let's say 5 years ago, if I was 15 and now I'm 20, then 5 years. But if I was, say, 25, 30, then I was already an adult.
Yeah.
So what is the time frame? Do we look at age? What is comfortable? Or if somebody just says, you know what, I was racist, I used to call people, let's say, the K word or the N word, but I'm okay, I'm reformed now. Do we just then accept? Or I would like to.
Yeah, I guess it would depend on how the person themselves also reacts to the information coming out. I mean, are you apologetic, or you know, are you like, you know, so what? That was years ago. I'm not that person anymore. Or and also it depends on how much damage your comments caused at the time. You know, you could have probably ruined somebody else's life or career or whatever with your negative comments.
Yeah, like, for example, okay, sorry, I just wanted to. And sometimes it's really not from a malicious point. Like I can actually say I've never been homophobic. I just, because my parents are not.
Yeah,
that was just never an issue for us. So I've never been homophobic. But I would even remember, like, in 2012, this is the prime of problematic Twitter, is 2012, by the way.
So that was the
like
year.
If you were on Twitter in 2012, you had some problematic tweet. Guarantee, no question. And I would make not homophobic jokes necessarily, but just like I said, with the drawn on eyebrows, cornrows, how
you make a gay joke.
Yeah, I make a gay joke.
Yeah.
And my gay friends who were following me at the time would also kiki.
Yeah.
You understand? Laugh at it, and
Yeah.
would laugh at it. But it would just be like a gay joke.
Yeah.
That now I would never,
Make, yeah.
make.
I get,
but
yeah.
even then, it wasn't meant to be homophobic. And it wasn't received as homophobic because even people that were on social media with me at the time understood that I am not. But it's got a homophobic undertone to it.
Like, okay, yeah, I do understand. But I also feel like sometimes people get overly sensitive.
It's also that.
On social media. I remember the not so actually earlier this week. A friend of mine tagged me in something on Facebook, right? Basically making fun of another mutual friend that, these guys that are doing this drag queen thing where they put on the wigs and, and they perform on social media. So like, this guy is a drag queen, but he doesn't know what a drag queen is because he probably thinks a drag queen is, something, has some other connotation to it. And then he joined the conversation and, he was even joking. It's like, oh, are you talking to me or are you talking to OC or are you talking to who? Who exactly are you addressing here before this conversation goes on? And, but then other people came on there and just started going off.
Yeah, there's also that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
there is something called too woke for me as well.
Too woke.
You're too woke, I'm like,
tone it down a little bit.
Yeah, I understand that we're trying to be, but like it's too. Like sometimes even I get bothered. I'm just like, wow, relax. It's not that deep.
Yeah.
And I see, for example, even like with OC Abs, there's some pushback. Yeah, is this stereotypical comedy of stereotyping housekeepers and or whatever. Housekeepers are not complaining. Number one. Let's start there. Okay, you're speaking for them.
Yeah.
But have you consulted? Because they actually find that content funny.
Yes.
Yes, it's maybe laughing at their own expense, but they have no problem laughing at themselves, so they have no problem at OCMs,
Yeah.
Obviously, it's exaggerated comedy, so they don't even act like that. But there's people that can give you a whole case study of why he shouldn't do that type of brand of comedy is wrong in 2020, So, yeah, it's rough.
It's not easy.
It's rough.
The way you have to sort of... navigate social media in 2020.
Just navigate life
in general. Yes, but in life sometimes you can get away with certain things because sometimes it's just you and one person or you and two people.
Yeah, but you get too comfortable and you forget.
Yes, I understand, but in that setting, sort of, it gets handled by the people there, and whichever way it goes. But on social media, so many other people and groups and it can be drawn into the conversation, just blowing things out of proportion, which means we have to be even extra careful, especially if you're a public figure.
Yeah.
Or if
very, very, very true. I mean, Gaza, for example, once he said some Muslim joke on stage about how many wives are you here with or something like that, and that got backlash. He could have gotten away with it 10 years ago, just not now.
Exactly.
And and we see a lot of people being held accountable. Look, I like that we can hold people accountable, and it is important that a lot of people, we can't obviously operate in old times with certain mentalities. They do need to change.
Yes.
For me, I'm all for that. The social warriors, keyboard warriors, whatever you want to call them. I love them. I'm part of that group. But I think we also become a tad too much. I say we, I'm including myself in that group. We tend to become too much, and we also forget that for us there was also a process of learning, unlearning, relearning, and we're not as kind to other people's learning process. We expect it to, like, oh, it's 2020, you are supposed to know, but you don't know people's I would say surroundings, and who they, because a lot of things that I've also learned is the people I hang around with, and they're able to point to me and teach me, like, the LGBT community, I'm learning. I can learn something new every day. I promise you. Like, as much as I'm not homophobic, there's just so much there that I don't know. But obviously, you need to find somebody that has the patience enough to like let you know. And then also the people in that community also don't have all the information as well, because you might just be queer or you might just be lesbian and you don't know about trans or trans women, or I mean, it's you understand. So yes, information is power, but also
you should understand that not everybody has access to the information.
Yes, and not to exaggerate, and not everything is an issue because you think it's an issue.
Yeah, that's true. I'm grateful for my wife, because she's normally sets me straight with those things. I'm also, generally I'm not homophobic. I have gay friends. Sometimes
please don't do that. Like when white people say, "I'm not racist. I have white friends. I have black friends.
I have a black friend.
I have a black
His name is Neville Basson."
And they only meet at function.
But I, even growing up, I've worked with gay guys. I've
never had an issue with them.
Yeah, I've never had an issue with them.
Yeah.
And sometimes you would say something that you don't think is insensitive because you don't have any malicious intent.
Yes.
But then the rest of the world might not necessarily take it that way. So, normally she sets me straight, and I started to learn how to navigate.
Yeah.
Especially the LGBTQI community, because it can be very confusing.
Yeah, it is. It can. It really can. But here we are.
Here we are. Let's read some comments. I see a lot of you have been actually jumping in with your comments since the beginning of the show. Let's start at the top. Most of them are probably going to be good mornings.
Good mornings,
but, let's not leave you guys out. I don't want to be accused of ignoring some people. Laimi Kanime, our very first comment today, just saying morning, guys. Floyd Umlazi, Moro Karumendu. Maria, morning. Do remember State House Bar in Swakop? There's a State House Bar in Swakop?
I wasn't aware, sorry. Like a bar in the State House?
No, like there's a bar in Swakop called State House Bar, I guess. I'm assuming.
I don't know, I've never heard of it. Never been there. And I mean, I was in Swakopmund for a good few years. I've never heard of it.
You were in school. You were not supposed to be going to bars.
Chicken. We were there.
Prince Alu, where are the masks, guys? We like the sound in the mask. No, man. We do have our masks, though. Tatinawan is joining the show this morning. Mushek Kulman, morning crew, chilling morning up north. Yes, it's very cold. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna break my tongue. It's a public holiday, guys. He's saying morning as well. Knuckles Ferris, Dumela Cubase, Dumela.
Dumela Kaufela. That's all that comes to mind.
I also can't remember how the rest of the Tswana greeting goes. Damn. Simon Amushira, good morning, guys. London, UK. Thank you for joining us this morning, Simon. Waldo Jr., Philip, let's go. Lena Hautoni saying hi. Good morning, guys. It's not cold here in the north. Okay, now which part? Somebody is saying it's cold, another one is saying it's not cold. Lena Hautoni, where are you finding yourself up north? Knuckles, Neville het moet weer a fish quota gaan gesoek.
Look, tough times right now, so we wouldn't blame him.
Oh man. Morning, Ali van Beek also saying morning, guys. Simon saying very hot in London. Come to London. No, you guys have coronavirus. Aren't you guys still in lockdown? I don't think we're even allowed to travel, really. Even if you wanted to travel now, most countries are in lockdown and they're not accepting any nationals that are not.
I think people are traveling though, because I'm doing a maternity shoot this weekend, and the woman is only 5 months, but she's like, I need to do it because I'm gonna go to France soon. I'm like, when? She's like, probably like when the first flights are available for Europe, probably next week. I'm like, oh, okay. That's interesting. I
didn't know people were traveling to Europe and stuff.
I didn't either. I don't know. This is what she said.
Yeah.
But I mean, but it was.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Oh, man. Gregory Parker, Amonde. Mornings, La Familia. And please bring also Maria next time to the coast.
Wat gaan spreek daar?
A sugar daddy.
Oh, gosh.
Floyd Umlazi Tando saying, hy het gister van die baai gepraat is the hy is in die stof. Oh, like, and he was complaining about the oors weer.
Why did he go there? Did he go there for his daughter's tennis or something?
I think he just went for vacationing.
Yo, with the low cash flow, you can't coast to.
No, like low cash flow for Neville is most like 120,000. That means he's broke.
That's true. I forgot who I was talking about.
Sebi Uyama Kapitako saying good morning. A bunch of the usuals joining the live stream as well. Meneer Kleinschmidt. Martina, we are waiting for our story, by the way. Just know. Eric Adriano Buchter, the studio is on order without open Neville. Oh, the studio is in order without Neville. How is the problem?
It's a recluse, I told you.
Shaq Stephen Anyemba is asking, who are you people talking about? With regards to which conversation? It's probably the Miss South Africa contestant. Yes. By the way, Miss Namibia cancelled their 2020 pageant. There's not going to be one this year.
Of course, because you need sponsors for that. And we already know how that gravy train goes.
Martin is saying, you mean to say the studio is boring without open Neville?
Yeah, it kind of is.
Ja, jy mos net Neville moet so geras maak en grappe maak.
Yeah.
Ja, Amelia McGorgeous Kashops saying, Shaq search for Bianca Schoonbeer.
Yes, that's it. Thank you for
Twitter.
that. I wasn't going to get, I was going to say Bernadine. Whatever. Yeah, but it's yes.
Bianca Schoon. I hope I pronounced the surname wrong. Yeah. Guyton? Oh, yes, Guyton. He said it's not Gayton, it's Guyton. Saying an apology with either but or however isn't a genuine one.
Well, I made this problem. However, I'm a changed person. What is wrong with that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry for these remarks that I've offended anybody, and yes, I take full responsibility. However, I'm a changed person.
What is it with people always expecting unconditional apologies?
Yes.
I can be sorry, but still feel like some of the points that or whatever, some of my reasonings was valid or whatever the situation may be.
It's like we're still like, oh, you have apologized, but did it come from the heart?
Yes.
How much do you mean it? Are you willing to donate to the poor and prove further that like what do we actually want from people?
Exactly. Like I can tell you now, if I don't feel like I owe you an apology, you're gonna suck that sorry out of your own thumb because I'm not gonna give it to you.
And do you want that apology anyway? Like if it's forced.
Yeah. If I'm going to give you an apology, I'm going to give it to you. And if I have other things that I want to say or that I want to add, I'm also going to tell you. I'm not going to try and hold back just because I want to spare your feelings or you want to feel whatever type of way. But in any case, Estomich saying, good morning, just came in, tired, slept late, listening with one eye open. Hope you both slept good.
I was also complaining I slept at 3:30, so
yeah, I am very, very wide awake this morning. Mutatio Castens, I haven't seen you among my comments in a long time. Moro, Maria and Q, good morning.
Good morning.
Ronnie Joe Kandirikirira, right? Good morning, Namibia. Kota Nande is asking, is Stockfell prohibited? Prohibited.
Prohibited.
It is a pyramid scheme, so under our financial laws it is illegal.
The Bank of Namibia has announced their position on that.
Yes, it's illegal. So don't
end up like Michael Amushele.
Don't be trying to coax people who just got retrenched into giving their money to you for your Stockfell and running away with it. Willem Dilipunye. Good morning. Hope you guys are not part of the 300 retrench. The process is currently voluntary, like we informed you guys yesterday. I don't know why you guys still want to hammer on this thing.
We're not being retrenched like that.
Yeah. Kai Muyoro saying, morning crew. Floyd Umlazi Tandon Paleni few years back in the 2000s. Okay, but it says view. Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about. Shaks is saying the one of more than 20 people. Yes, join my group. I need 4 people. Stockfell. Well, I'm gonna get you arrested. You.
Am I the only person that didn't get any Stockfeld requests? I know everybody's getting. I haven't gotten any.
I also haven't gotten any actually.
Yeah, mense ken my seker baie goed. It's actually good.
I'm happy that my friends or the people in my circles, I know none of them would join.
Mine neither. That's the only reason I haven't gotten anything.
Yeah. Emilia McGorgeous saying audience is very important, all right, even when it comes to jokes. Example, you can't say white jokes in front of white people you don't know, and that's why it's important to know your social media audience. Don't just go for followers because they will burn you just from one mistake. And today people's mistakes are, bullying and shaming for activism, especially on social media.
Well said.
Yes.
How we say read the room.
Yes.
Lees die kamer.
You must read the
You
room.
must read the room.
Check the temperature first.
Who's in which corner?
Yes.
Or
what do they say? You don't test the depths of the river with both feet. You steek eers een voetjie in and check here, are we okay, before you jump in. Alfredo saying morning. Esther Schmestad. Schmestad. How do you pronounce that surname, by the way?
And is it a real surname?
Yeah. I found out from a reliable source yesterday that yes, she was married. Apparently she went to Norway on a modeling something.
And she kept the surname?
Yeah.
That's cool.
You can either confirm or deny that in the comments. I'm all for gender equality, human rights in general, lesbians, gay, trans. I support. I have been in the modeling industry, met good-hearted people who at times are considered not worthy in society. That said, Fanny Maria mentioned that Gaza thing. My friend is a well-known artist here. He made a joke about the Jews on stage. Ooh. It didn't go so well, though. It was not meant to hurt, but the damage lasted for some time. Artists and public figures always need to be careful.
Yeah. Speaking of the Jews, I don't know what those people have done, but they've made sure that they've set clear boundaries of the type of humor that they will tolerate and the type of humor they will not tolerate. With Jews, it's a very clear cut.
Yeah,
you can't even try and sort of.
But it's good, you teach the world how to treat you.
Yes, but I would like that same energy for racism. You know how if you make Jew, what is it called when you're not what is what the Jew
anti-Semitic.
That's how I was looking for that. It's very clear what is and what isn't.
Yeah.
And people just stay away from.
Yeah.
But then again, they run the world. So
even with I guess with racism, that's where the problem comes. I mean, you would want to put your foot down, but if the people who are being racist hold all the economic powers.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. Maybe that's where the Jews have power over it, because they really run the
Emancipation. Mr. Ray Rukoro, good morning. My personal lawyer, guys. Call him up, he's the best. But he's expensive. I don't even know how I can afford him. Sherilyn Marishka January. Bianca was distancing herself from her 15-year-old self. So yeah, no apology there. I'm actually going to go on Twitter and go look for her. Watching from Tume from Nancy Karamata. Good morning, welcome. I agree with you. However, I think once a racist, always be a racist. All right, you don't grow out of being one. Askis?
Yeah, I don't know if I necessarily. I think, like you said, sometimes I think it's environment.
Yeah.
And what you're exposed to. If you go to, let's say, a predominantly Afrikaans school, and you grow up in a predominantly Afrikaans community,
yes,
and your parents are, for example, racist, and their friends are racist, and the jokes that are made about black people through and through, and because you've never had black friends or engaged with black people apart from your house help, who, yes, she's been taking care of you since you were 3, but, you view her differently.
Yes.
If that's the type of environment, you might have some racist opinions or even be racist. And then let's say, for example, you move to a bigger city, let's say Joburg or Cape Town or wherever. You're at U City. You are now
You are mixing with all these people.
And the person sitting next to you in class is a black person, and you guys are cool, and you start hanging out, and you start maybe hanging with black people and being exposed, and then you start normalizing black people.
Yes.
Like how you view.
It's like there's more to the black race than I thought, or than I knew.
And you actually find that certain people like that, when they go home, they don't become accepted anymore because they're trying to break away.
Yes. And
like now the racist jokes irritate them, or they
like you can't so say.
Yeah, you can't say that about and there's like ons het jou kap toe gestuur.
Jy gaan nou Stellenbosch. Die is nonsense van die kap.
So in cases like that, and it does happen. I'm giving this example because there are many such examples.
Yes.
But of course, I am generally skeptical.
But I've noticed a lot of, especially the younger white kids, are as ignorant about the black culture as a lot of black kids are ignorant about the white culture.
Yes. Yep.
Because the way our societies are set up, mostly, for the most part, we don't mingle. I mean, imagine if you grow up with parents, even here in Windhoek, right? You grow up with parents who's just never gone to Katutura. They've just never seen any reason to go there. Wat gaan maak ek daar? Alles wat ek nodig het is hierdie kant van die dorp. And you grow up in that household. You may not necessarily hate black people, but that is normal for you to segregate yourself from them because you grow up seeing that your whole life. You grow up hearing whatever it is that you hear in the house. And sometimes, as you grow older, you start to make your own way in the world, and you start deciding for yourself some of these things. So I'm not necessarily gonna hold her at gunpoint over comments she made when she was younger. I'm more interested in what she thinks now.
I just checked her Twitter account has been suspended. I wanted to go read her apology again. Yes, last night it was still on because I read it last. Account suspended. Twitter suspends accounts that violate the Twitter rules. So maybe people
reported that, and Twitter decided to suspend her while they investigate.
This is a racist.
But come on, man, from 15 years ago, shame. And I'm sure the reason why she didn't want to deactivate the account is because she didn't want to lose her following.
Or you forget. You know what I mean? If I mean 2013, 14, and let's say in 2015, 2016, you start becoming progressive. And then for those years, for the next 4 years, you just...
But that is some serious stalker behavior. Stop scrolling down your timeline to 2012.
If you want to put yourself in public contest, like...
they want to make sure you are clean.
No, I don't even think it's organized.
Yes, the public.
Yes, the public. And also, but also, you know how the beauty pageant is a very dirty business sometimes. So it could be her fellow contestant like...
It's like, look at this one.
You just have to search somebody's handle next to keywords like nigger or black guy or B, like whatever, and like
oh man, I should go deactivate my old Twitter account. It's still active.
Me, I've deactivated, but not because it was problem. I just really needed a new start. But those ones, it used to be manual retweeting. Yeah. So even if you delete, the old tweets are still even though I retweeted manually and that person is still active. Yeah. Those accounts are still there. But I wanted to show you somebody started a thread of some of her problematic tweets. It's just like stuff like I love you, nig.
No, isn't that nuggy? Nug?
Yeah, but they're saying it as nigga.
My nigga.
and stuff like, remember when you weren't such a fake backstabbing bee? And actually knew what it meant to be a true friend. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But the fact that she's using the B word is like,
How could she?
Yeah, but this is, I guess, if there's anything racist, is that he is so black they had to change the backdrop to white, laughing man. That's that's the one that I thought, okay, fine, that is a very racist thing to say.
Yeah.
But even black people, and I'm not even defending her because for all I know she's racist. I don't know.
Yeah.
And she could very well be. Trust me, I'm really not defending a racist. But I'm just saying a lot of this is even black people would joke about, like smile a biki.
We say that to Shines all the time.
And we shouldn't, because it's like dark-skinned people dark-skinned people have.
Yeah, but like, look, what we say.
You see, look at you trying to justify it.
Yes, we're not saying that it's bad that you're black, but you are, and we can't see you in the dark. So smile. That was joke.
Oh,
and check.
that's problematic.
Yeah, man, I'm just playing. We got love for all shades: yellow, green, blue, white, black. Everybody, we're all part of this. I
come from a dark skin
humanity.
family, so to hate dark skinned people would to hate my family.
I'm one of the lighter ones.
No, my family, like my mom's side.
Okay, no, with when it comes to like my immediate family, like my siblings, I have a couple that are like lighter than you.
Yeah,
but then
German.
Yeah, but then when it comes to like cousins and stuff, there are some of them that you wouldn't even think I had. Like I would walk past them if they were wearing a mask and shades. It's like, I don't know you. What's up, poor Mexican dickies? In any case, let's read some more comments. Pooksy also joining the show this morning, out of quarantine finally. Bro. And come, enlighten us about your experience. Even come to the house. Actually, it's public. It's holiday mode when we're allowed to travel. Elizo Bulele saying good morning, Mutatio. Q, the network in Aminus is not strong enough. That is why you don't see him campaigning to get 5G set up here. Just talk to the councillors at City of Windhoek. You might get yourself some 5G. Natasha, Tasha, Helen, Nampala. Good morning, crew. Any info on the 5G issue? I read something yesterday on one of the papers. When you say something, what is something?
Yeah, give us information.
Yeah.
Me, I'm not as interested. I'm sorry, guys. I really, that's why I could never come to the studio and start unpacking that. Is it 5G?
Yeah.
I don't know enough about it. I don't particularly care because I guess because of all the opinions and
and there are contrasting opinions
Yes,
everywhere you go.
I have no opinion on it. I don't actually even have enough knowledge. Even when people are talking about 5G and what they're trying to kill us. Okay, I guess if we're dying, we're dying. That's all I have to say.
I think the whole trying to link it to deaths and all these things is just conspiracy theories. That's just my personal opinion.
That's what I think as well.
Of course, if you go on the internet, you will find supposed doctors giving their opinions in this direction and then supposed other doctors giving their opinions in the other direction. So, yeah. Okay. Some more comments. Alfredo Jack Evangelista. Michael Amushelelo deserves to be in America. His ideas are too advanced for Namibia. In my eyes, he's exactly the same as Elon Musk. All right, his ideas were too advanced for South Africa or Southern Africa. So he went to America. Oh, for South Africa, you mean? So he went to America. So Mr. Forex Khan meneer.
Kom ek verstaan wat ideas as too advanced for Namibia.
Laat Alfredo van sê. Hy sal mos weet.
Yeah, sê vir ons asseblief. This I want to hear.
And by the way, why would you want us to, I mean, if he is coming up with all these great progressive ideas, then clearly he would be an asset to our country, to our economy. Why would you want to export some of the best that the country is producing? We should be working to keep those entrepreneurs. Imagine if Quentin van Rooyen had decided, you know what, my ideas are too big for Namibia, I'm moving to America.
What I will say is, and this is just a personal observation, Michael has a lot of social influence that it's unmistakable. People love him. And I remember, I think 2 days ago, was it yesterday? No, the day before yesterday, on Monday, or Tuesday, he was on Eagle FM in the morning when I was getting ready. They were interviewing him because of his court case that was postponed. So he's just talking about, that they want the unfreezing of their accounts so they can pay back their investors, and basically how this is all politically motivated, and that he's going to seek the audience of the Bank of Namibia, the new governor, but he doesn't really foresee anything because he says he's basically saying they exchanged a fox for a hyena. Those were his exact words, by the way. But afterwards, after his interview, and people were allowed to call in and just whatever, and everybody like it was all positive, like, oh yes, we like that gentleman's very optimistic and positive thinking, and we need more people like him, and yes, I mean, it was all positive.
Yeah.
So I know like he's very, very popular. I just wish he would use that popularity for something
to tackle the issues that we are facing.
Yes, not like I'm all like for the showing off the wealth is good, whatever. But it's for me, it's now black rich stereotype.
New money,
loud, the Gucci's of the America on black people, like rich black families in America all wear Gucci. New money. It doesn't.
You have to show it off. You all need to know I got that.
It doesn't fascinate me as perhaps it does the next person.
Yes.
But then again, I've never been fascinated by money like that. I don't decide the respect I'm gonna give to somebody based on
what or how much money you have.
Yes, because I know a lot of people in Namibia they admire money. They admire people with money. Forget character. So for a person with social influence like Michael, and he is young, I would really like him to kind of channel it. And maybe I am asking for too much, because who am I to tell him how to live his life, right? But I would, just because of how much influence I do know he has, I think that's where sometimes I get frustrated, because I can see like
you have so much, such a follow. They would listen to you, so
they would listen to you.
Talk to them about the things that matter.
They admire you, and they look up to you. And maybe you didn't ask for that. I mean, I'm sure he likes it, but I'm saying like just use it for something like great. Anyway,
I get you. Estomi, he's saying it's a real known common surname there in Norway. It's pronounced Smestad, but written Smestad with a D at the end. All right, Senti Katamba, good morning. I like your studio. Yeah, we like it too. That's why we come here every morning.
I'm gonna screenshot that comment and send it to Neville.
And send it to Neville. It's like, the studio is so nice when Neville is not here. Gayton Curtis, my bad. Q, it wasn't 15 years ago, it was 4 to 5 years ago. You tell me you were racist 5 years ago, making fun of people of color, and now all of a sudden you are reformed. How convenient, considering she wants to take part in the pageant. Come on, guys.
Like I said, I'm not going to defend her because I really don't know. For all we know, she is racist, and like we've seen it. Like I said, I'm generally skeptical of people that do like. That's where I told, and I said it on air as well. Like I said, when you were racist, I don't know. Some things are for me just. I don't think time necessarily improves your opinions, but also like I said, I because I was on Twitter in 2012. I know how sometimes it's just you say you want to be controversial.
Yes, I want to draw attention.
You want to draw attention. I mean, it's what do they call it now? Clout.
Yes,
they have a new name for it.
Clout chasers. Clout chasing.
Yeah, yes. And everybody was chasing for clout in 20 because everything was controversial. That's what I'm saying. It was okay for me to make those drawn on eyebrow, gold tooth.
Jokes about people.
Jokes about. I mean, I even went to the extent of saying, I would never date a DJ.
It's a Maria.
I used to have some DJ jokes about why do you all have American accents, but
I don't have an American accent.
You're the only one. Trust me, everybody else does, And but the point is like we said things that we thought were funny, and not because necessarily we meant them. We just
like for instance the one that you showed me now, the picture, right, of the black guy.
Yes.
If you look at the other pictures and you look at those backgrounds and you look at that guy's picture and you try and put it on that black background,
can you be problematic? Please.
No, I'm not being problematic. I'm just saying, yes, it's insensitive to make that kind of joke.
No, it's racist. It's not. It's racist. Okay, let's call it what it is. It was a racist joke.
Until I can confirm it with some of her other posts. For now, I'm gonna go with insensitive. The
guy's so black they had to change the color of the backdrop.
We do that for black people too.
Okay, but no, that's racist. when you're
It's
a white
not racist.
person,
I want the picture to come
because
out
you need to
properly.
understand, she's not a black person saying it to other
Yes.
black people. Certain jokes become, and even that is something else, because even as a light skin myself, there was race in a black community.
You don't make black jokes.
Yes, I can't. I have to watch how I also move in that space because of the special treatment I get by virtue of my light skin. You understand? So even within the black community, there's certain jokes you cannot make. Okay. Now imagine as a white person, it's racist.
No, but like her making that racist joke. Okay, fine. Let's call it racist. Making that joke and it's racist, right? Can we conclude of that one post that she is a racist person?
No, and she very well maybe didn't even know it's a racist thing
That's
to say.
yes, that's where I'm trying to get it.
But generally, that's what a lot of white people say. Oh, I didn't know it's racist. I can't say it because
I
they've
understand.
normalized the opinions and about black people.
I understand.
Yeah, but it still is what it is, and I think we just have to call. She made a racist joke. It's not a insensitive. Yes, it's insensitive, but it's a racist joke.
Okay.
I wouldn't go as far as saying she is racist because I said I don't know.
Yes.
But I also would not defend her because for all I know she is, and I would really won't catch me defending a racist. But yes, and the backlash was justifiable. I just don't think perhaps that there should be a sentiments of unforgiving sentiments, because even everybody has some, like I said, still today.
There's a
have
tweet or
very
a post or
problematic-
something on your timeline. If you
Yes.
scroll down far enough, that you're gonna find that's gonna make you cringe.
Yes,
It's like, "Eish,
I cringe
did
all the
say
time.
that?"
I cringe.
Yeah, I remember. At some point, I was, a high-flying DJ who thought I could get away with anything. So my
mean,
social
I'll-
media is not necessarily the best place to go read my character, if that's what you're looking
I mean,
for. So
I'll probably never run for president. I mean, first of all, I've got too many nudes running. I'm just kidding.
I am going to run.
It's too much stuff that can find. No, I'm just kidding. Now I don't have nudes. But yeah, I think a lot of people, if we're being honest, that might have. I think their past and the things they might have said in the past is holding them back from reaching their fullest potential because of the potential.
You can't get rid of these things. They are
Yes,
past.
they
But
are
I will own whatever it is that I've said in the past. That's just the way it is. Running away from it is pointless.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one of the things I learned about racism and racists, it's almost like a mental illness, right? Because you have no reason at all to dislike this person, but you just do. Now, for most of these people, they are raised. It's like trying to tell a Christian that God does not exist. It's like you have to change your entire worldview. You have to change the way you view things, the way you look, the way you even perceive the environment around you, because that is how you have been informed since childhood. It's like, this one is superior, this one is inferior. It doesn't matter what the circumstances are. That is just the way it is. Now, if you have to, so now you have to start looking at your parents differently, your siblings, all these things.
The whole community.
Yes, so it's difficult for somebody who is
break out,
really, really racist to break out. I also understand that, but I also don't think. I mean, I'm sure I have made homophobic jokes, but that doesn't make me homophobic.
Yeah.
I may have been
made jokes with a homophobic undertone. Yeah.
Yes, like in
this one is a racial undertone.
Yes, poor judgment
Yeah.
in that moment, and I say something that offends somebody even. But that doesn't necessarily make me, a homophobic person.
Yeah.
That's just trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, I guess.
Yeah, when black men do that for white girls, we say come on, black men love caping for white girls.
Come on, caping for white girls.
Like they can do no wrong. You're always running to their defense.
I haven't even seen her picture yet, so.
Well, she's cute.
Is she? Yeah, then I'm caping for her. Alexandria Angala, morning Cubase. It's Ascension Day. Can you enlighten us on your understanding of this day? Do you believe in it? How about Maria?
I think my thing is just I'm still stuck on the fact that it's a Christian holiday.
Yeah.
And we're a secular state. That's all I'm saying. She's as white as they come. Blonde, blue. Is it blue-eyed?
Brown eyes.
Brown eyes. So.
Yeah. She-eyed.
Anyway.
Yeah. Ascension Day. Actually, no, I don't want to talk about religion.
Yes, we're not
That's just
talking
going to
about-
cause issues here. Shalene Mariska January. The lessons to learn from the Bianca saga is: ask yourself, as a parent, are you checking what your kids post out there? And why is a 15-year-old on Twitter? Facebook and Instagram, are these platforms not limited to 18 years and older?
No.
Parents need to do a social media monitoring regulatory.
I mean, this is what I was talking about. And it's so weird that this comment should come up, because as we're talking about Bianca, I mean, as a parent, I was just thinking, wow, like my kids are still not really exposed to social media. They're not at all.
Neither am I.
But I mean, they will be one day, and as much as you want to control them, you're not going to be able to. For example, TikTok is the thing now. I'm not on TikTok, and I don't want to be on TikTok.
Yeah.
It's like how my mom's not on Twitter because she doesn't even know how to tweet.
Yes, exactly.
Like she wants to stay on Facebook. I ran away from Facebook so I can run away from her.
Yeah.
And it's just it's silly to assume that you can always have
this control over your
yes,
kids
there will,
and what they do on social
new
media.
social media sites will pop up that you're not even aware of, that you don't even know how to use, how to search for them. They will do things that you don't approve of. You've done things your parents don't approve. It's just the society. I think obviously, like with social media generation, we have to be more cautious. So all you can really hope is that you've given them the necessary tool and education for them to make better decisions once they're on social media.
Definitely,
But it's
yes.
not a guarantee, because as they're humans, they will make mistakes, they will say inappropriate things, there might be some backlash, they might be bullied online.
We
You
got
just
the
never-
proper tools from our parents, and look at the mistakes we make.
Oh, catastrophic.
Yes.
We're lucky we survived it.
Allow them to be themselves
yeah.
as much as possible. Of course, you want them to be safe and to be responsible.
Even the comments here, I mean, how many people can honestly say, like, how comfortable would you be with your employer
Going through your
going
entire
through
social
your
media.
social media?
Yes.
I'm sure there's one or two things that you've
Yes.
said there that
Even to go vent after a breakup and you call this woman all sorts of things, or this guy all sorts of
Yes.
things. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Estomi is saying, funny you two. My favorite is dear white people, dear black people, because I have both in my life. We humans are racists in our own ways.
What is the Dear White People, Dear Black People?
I think it's a series.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Waldo Jr. Philip. Yes, Philip. The worst one I had was the difference between me and midnight is 11:59. This guy was white, but I'm so used to these black jokes. Lach, dis nie maklik om 'n dakie te wees nie.
But how do you feel about them? This is what I want to do. You laugh them off? Are they funny to you? Are they offensive to you? Or were they not offensive and now they are, that you're maybe a little bit more aware? Or they're just still funny? Or would you rather people just didn't make those jokes? Like, I actually want to hear from a dark-skinned person.
Yeah, like how do you even when black people make jokes about your dark skin,
Like they put off the light and they're like, Vivi, smile, or like, don't like that's it's a regular joke. It's
like you're taking a picture. It's like, hey, smile, we can't see you.
Yes.
We say all the time.
So how do you receive such jokes?
It's interesting. Guyton. Why do I keep saying?
Yeah, why do you? Yes.
I don't know, because somehow the name looks English, and Guyton just doesn't sound English. The klink so Afrikaner. Guyton, apologies for being vocal about this issue. I guess I tend to get carried away about racism. No, it's good. We love hearing you guys and your opinions, guys.
Yeah. And I'm like you, by the way. I'm also very vocal on race. Like, that's one thing that I also don't
like. And by the way, don't get me wrong. I am not an apologist for racists, because for me it just
a racist apologist.
I'm just no, I'm not. For me, racism, it just doesn't make sense. It's stupid. You can't hate somebody or dislike somebody that you have
based on their skin color.
Yeah, just based on their skin color. I saw this experiment where I think the lady's name is Jane Elliott. You should check it out if you are online. She does these experiments with white people just to try and show them. So she gets a bunch of people in the room and separates them by the color of their eyes. So the brown-eyed people pick on the blue-eyed people. Now, obviously, blue-eyed are predominantly white,
Yes.
but then there are also brown-eyed white people.
Yes.
So now you have some white people on that side and some white people on the other side. And we're not talking about skin now. We're
Yeah,
talking about eye color.
Yeah.
Yes. Like some
Social experiment.
Yes, social experiment. Those were very interesting. Actually, got a lot of insight on.
Yeah, I also saw some social experiment I saw on YouTube where they like this. It's a white person speaking to a room of white people and talking about the injustices of black people, and then there was something about you ask your question and if it's a yes, you put your hand up, and they ask a series of questions like, are you whatever, yes or no, whatever. And towards the end it was, but it all ties, it like it's a build up to this one last question.
Yeah.
And then I think the last question is something like, would you trade a place
With the other.
with a black person? Still, like nobody, no white person.
Yes. Would you rather be black than white?
Yes, would you rather, that's the question, would you rather be black than white? If you had a choice today
Yeah.
to be black or white, would you still choose to be white? Yes, and white people were very honest, like not a single person said,
I would rather be black.
I would rather be black,
Yeah.
because they know.
The privilege, yes.
Yes, they know the
it's understood.
privilege.
It's
yeah.
understood, yes. It's interesting, man. The Jane Elliott experiment, there was this one guy that they kept calling belligerent, right? And it would piss him off. So he starts acting belligerent. So he sort of starts reinforcing that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you become what? Yes,
yes,
yes.
what you are being branded.
Yes, exactly.
You should go check it out. It's really interesting. Pau Denny, Cubase, did you read positive comments about Amushe's update in the Namibian?
No, what?
I haven't read the Namibian newspaper in a while, honestly. Tatenawanas, Forex is a lifestyle. They love to show off. I guess that's how they sell Forex.
That's true. The lifestyle you're selling, yeah.
Yeah. Emilia McGorgeous Kashops, 5G is money and power driven. That's what Trevor Noah said. And I believe him. Please don't argue with me. Go to Trevor.
Salis is training.
Trevor Noah is an icon. I'm not going to dare argue with Trevor. Is that my mask or yours?
It's yours.
AJ, Mary and Q, Amushelelo does things like Damon Dash, okay? He ruffles people's feathers the wrong way, and especially the elders, and that's why he isn't an asset for us for now. Maria, the housing scheme he's trying to get off the ground, that's just of many ideas.
What
out of
housing
the
scheme?
box.
I don't follow him like that. So
okay,
maybe he's invented a coin I don't know about, like
Elon Musk.
Like Elon Musk. I don't know.
He says that's just one of many ideas out of the box that he has come up with, and for his properties, he should just forget about them. He will never get them back. Clar, respect your elders. Some institutions are still run on merit of respecting your elders. Any confrontations brought up by someone young will not be taken lightly.
Yeah, and that's why I said yesterday in studio, I think he went into politics a bit too early.
Yeah. Should have waited.
Yeah.
Like 28, 27?
Yeah, should have waited because when you come in like that, vocal like that, yeah. Die kraan word toegemaak.
Yeah, that's the way it is. Pau Denny, Amushe opens our eyes. Majorities of boys are doing Forex now in Namibia, and they are progressing very well. Congratulations, Amushe. But I would like him to be like Colin Venani. Colin or Koleni doesn't talk too much, but if you see his lifestyle, the boy is living at large.
Actually, there's another one whose lifestyle I also don't like is Colin. I think it's too flashy. But also, so I don't know why anybody would say Colin is quiet money. It's in your face money. And what I'm told is don't always believe what people portray
on social media.
It's a very, very easy place to sell something That's.
Yes.
I'm not even talking about Colin, by the way. I'm talking. This is a general.
general,
it's
yes.
a general statement. Just because somebody lives. This is what I'm saying. We decide how we value money too much. And how we perceive people and the respect we give them is based on what we think they have, and people know that. That's why they put. You could find somebody renting a house, a huge house. You think it's theirs, but it's just a lifestyle that they're selling you, or they're posting in other people's cars, and you think it's an easy thing to sell. To sell luxury is.
Of course, yes.
It's very easy to do if you're with the right people. So. I wouldn't. You don't know people's financial situations.
Yeah.
Don't admire too much.
Unfortunately, you cannot go on social media and just get. It's not a window into somebody's life. It's basically whatever it is that they want you to see.
Yes.
And that's just the way it is.
If I want, I could be a very depressed person, but if I just want you to see a happy me, that's all.
That's all.
And
you're
when I
see.
commit suicide or something.
But like, she was so happy.
No, this is what I want you to think.
Yes, exactly. I'm sure even you, if you go check through your Facebook, you will know, or you will find out, or you will quickly admit to yourself that a lot of the stuff that you're posting is not necessarily 100% reflecting your real life.
I like people that enjoy their money, but they're not necessarily. Like
they're not flashy.
No. Like, look, I think money, when it's loud, it's loud.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't have to show me your watch.
Yeah.
For me to see you're wearing an expensive watch. Let me just say it like this.
Yes.
When you show a lifestyle, if you're rich and you're showing your day-to-day living, it's a rich lifestyle. Like,
don't be trying too hard.
You're not trying too hard. Like, okay, I'm gonna sound biased, man. You can cut his me, brah.
So brass knowledge on
cut his me, brah. For example, he's not showing us his watches, but he's showing us like in the south of France or on a yacht,
He's in the south of France with plackies and a cordbroekie.
Yeah, on a yacht.
Yes, and a weird looking hoodie that you have to look very closely to see that. Louis Vuitton.
Yeah. Balenciaga, that's I like people that live like that, like they're living for themselves.
Yeah.
And they're not living to get approval from society. Yes. And I'm not even saying he's not doing that. He's just the first example that came to mind.
That's good. Let's read a few more comments. Not so many. Eres is Alfredo.
Oh.
En Esnomi. Okay, let's read my Esnomi's comment. Alfredo het weer data gekry iewers. Somebody should give you back your Tamagotchi. Maria, dear white people, is when I tell my white friends, stop calling me, telling me you want me to join you to the tanning studio.
Oh, like, have you seen me? I'm black.
And dear black people, is stop saying we are immune to corona because of our melanin. Okay, so you deal with the biases or this conspiracies on both sides of the fence.
Relevant.
Yeah. AJ, racism exists, but exists amongst us people of color. Take the people of color from the suburbs and the ones from the townships. That's all I'm going to say regarding racism. Okay, I'm not sure I get you.
He's talking about social inequality, no?
Yeah, but that is sort of some of the remnants of colonialism as well, because if a black person becomes affluent, they start identifying themselves more with the white race than with the black race, instead of trying to portray this image of, us black people can also overcome. We can also be this which I am today. There are a few, of course, who do have those sentiments, but a lot of them try to identify with the outside. Anyway, Alfredo Jack Evangelista. So, Maria, whose cars is Venani doing with driving Apple?
I said it's a general.
The tea.
I said it's a general. I did not say
Venani is a lonely man. I thought Alfredo J can't feel.
They car wash. What is the car wash that they go to? That's where they get all their tea from.
Debo Kawash. Cubase, can you please advertise Project 1 Million's petition? We want to reach 1,000 signatures, so we submit it. I don't even know what this petition is, what it is about. How do you want me to advertise something that I have no clue?
We're not clued up like that.
Yes. I haven't spoken to Michael since he was in the studio. No, since...
In fact, we're afraid to have him in studio again. Then he's going to get arrested. Then we're going to get...
Yeah, if we bring him in here, then you guys are going to accuse him of trying to get him arrested again. Nah, lost net stories. Waldo Jr. Philip, that's the last comment I'm going to read today. You receive these jokes because you are black, and I personally don't get offended, but I'll tell you, it's rude to be racist, and I can count a number of people I know that are really racist, right? I felt bad yesterday when I was watching the news at 8. The customer that commented on the reopening of Kapana was racist, saying that now Kapana is open, we are no longer going to eat at those white people's shops. Something in those lines. Namibians will never be united if racism is still at 99%.
Is that a racist comment though?
To say, yeah, now we're not going to go eat at the white people's shops anymore. Skapanas, no, he saw.
Yeah, but what is racist about that?
It has racial undertones.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, racism, this is what most people don't understand.
Yes.
Is this an economical element to it? You understand? You can be there's a word for it where you not biased, but there's you can have I'll get it once I get my wording. But somebody broke down to me until black people are in a situation or position where their opinions, right, are harmful, whether it's financially or economically or like with segregation, socially to black people, to white people, then you can't really say
they're being racist.
They're being racist, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's more to. It's not just I hate you because you're white or black. No, there's a little bit more to that.
This is fine. I think, you know, because especially in a world where racism is still alive and well, it's kind of difficult to acknowledge our difference in skin tones, I guess, without coming off as being racist. I mean, it's okay to I mean, I can see that you're white by virtue, like for instance, right? Somebody doesn't want to call me black because they don't want to come off as racist. But you not acknowledging that my skin color is black is you being racist also.
Yeah.
This is who I am. I will acknowledge that you're a white person. That doesn't mean I'm racist or I think one way or the other about you, but you are.
Yeah, it's like misogyny, right? It's
Yes.
like it's hate for women, right? So now that women fought back like men are trash, now they've created always misogyny if you hate men, right?
Yeah.
But I'm like, what is the implication of misogyny? Nothing. Except that I don't like you. I'm a woman that doesn't like you as a man, right?
Yes.
That's misogyny, but what are the implications? None.
I have less dating options.
Maybe, exactly. That's really your only thing. For misogyny is women get killed because of misogyny. Women get raped because of misogyny. Women get held back in the workplace because of misogyny. It's got so many social, economical implications.
Yes.
Misogyny on society and how women are, how girls are viewed. I mean, children being married off young, sex slaves.
I understand.
Yeah, it is so much.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, really, what is the impact of misogyny except that I just don't like you? I mean, we're not even killing men that we don't like. Men, with misogyny, women get killed. They literally, men kill women because they hate us, you know? We're not going around killing men because we don't like them, you know? So it's like, yes, you don't like it. I understand it's uncomfortable. It's like when people say reverse racism. Yes, it's not nice when a black person has also like very strong opinions. But what does that opinion actually, what effect does it really do?
But some I mean, like, if you argue it that way, there are some racist white people who also have no influence over the ultimate well-being or whatever.
One person, but as a group, they do.
Yeah.
As a group, they do. And we know, like, look in the States. What is race war doing? Black people are dying on a day-to-day basis due to racism. So,
you know what?
Like
We can have a racism conversation at some point, and we can bring in a few other people just, you know, to smooth out the edges. I think so. Ish, we've been sitting in studio for over an
it's
hour now.
fun, young.
It's time to
Yo,
go.
yeah,
Here,
but
Nev.
we kept
Neville, you see how time flies when you are not here. All right.
and have a lovely long. No, we're back in studio tomorrow.
We're back in studio tomorrow morning, yes.
Tomorrow is not a public holiday.
Yeah.
But
Monday we will not be in studio. We will be talking about that tomorrow with you guys as well. But just, take that mental note. Africa Day. Africa is staying at home.
yeah, but yes.
It's only going to be white people in studio.
The non-Africans comment. No, that's racist. That's a
racist comment.
That's a very racist comment.
All right, guys, enjoy your public holiday. Try not to buy any illegal beer or brandy or whiskey or whatever it is that you're looking to drink today.
I think there's no stock on the black market. It's all gone. But have a lovely Ascension Day.
All right, we're out.
Fine girls when I work it. Girl, I like the way you work it.